Hello, our game is called Sunken Defense, and it's a game that was inspired by the Sunken Defense from StarCraft back in the day. And it's basically turret defense, but you don't have a static path. The environment is always changing. So you have enemies spawning on the left-hand side right there, and then this entire grid system is yours to work with to create interesting paths for your enemies. And try to stop them from getting to that beacon right there. So we have a few different structures that we implemented. The first is just a turret. It costs 10 credits and it attacks enemies in that radius. The second type is a moat, which costs 75 credits. It's quite expensive because it slows enemies down in its path, and it's kind of powerful, so you need to think wisely about where you place them. Third is just a barrier. You'll be using a lot of these to create interesting levels, and
Research complete.
that's just to upgrade for your turrets to increase their damage by 5. So we have 10 credits currently, and notice what happens when I try to purchase
Minerals.
something that I don't have enough minerals for. It won't let you, and also it won't let you build structures on top of other structures. So let's just place this structure right here and start a wave and see what it looks like. So notice how they're slowing down because they're in that moat's radius, and with this current configuration of turrets, it was very poorly designed. It didn't make very good use of our barrier structures, so the enemies were able to get to the end goal very easily. You see a nice little animation, nice little particles. So let's create a new level where we try to think more strategically about where to place our turrets and what types of turrets we want to use. So let's just place a few turrets, and notice how I'm using these barrier structures to kind of guide them towards that critical choke area. So let's just place a few more turrets there, and I think just right there, that'll be good. And hopefully this can survive the first wave. Alright, so we barely survived that one. So let's just place a few more turrets. Notice we have $20 now. Yeah, each enemy gives you 5 credits. There were 4 of them in the first level. So in the second level, the enemies just got bigger and stronger and faster. Also, the number of enemies that are spawning will increase by 4 every single level. So we survived another wave. So now I want to demonstrate what happens when you block the path, because you don't want people to exploit just blocking off the paths. So when the enemies detect that there's no path available, it'll attack your structures until the path is paved. And so that is why they're, attacking structures right now. So we see another turret destroyed, another one. So now they have a path, and they're recalculating the path. So now we need to think around. We need to build structures to get in their way quickly, and hopefully we can survive the wave. Looks like we're gonna have to build some turrets on the fly, and are we gonna make it? No, we're not. And so basically the big idea of the game is to build interesting levels and making use of your resources intelligently, and surviving as many waves as you can. Eventually the enemies will get really big, and you're gonna have to place your turrets